Welcome to the sweet side. Dominos have released these mince pie cookies. So if you're a mince pie fan, check it out. I most definitely will not be. I cannot stand mince pies. And I know there's a lot of people who feel the same way as me. But if you are a mince pie fan, why not try out these mince pie cookies from Dominos? Copains, which is a well-known gluten-free bakery in Paris, are coming to London. They will be opening branches in Islington and Covent Garden. The first branch will be opening on the 24th of November in Neal Street. I'll be honest, I hadn't heard of them at all. I was kind of researching for this week's sweet side, but they seem to be very popular, and we can always do with more bakeries that are inclusive of people's allergies. So it will definitely be one that I'm going to check out. Philippe Conticini has opened their 5th bakery in Pimlico. I'll put the address here. And I probably say this every week, but we know how much of a struggle it is for businesses. But there are some businesses that somehow seem to be doing okay. The fact this is their 5th branch that they're managing to open in a time of, let's say, economic uncertainty. Another bakery closure to announce. So this one kind of happened at the end of last year, and I only found out about it a few days ago. Hachi, which was a bakery inspired by Japanese bakes, actually announced they were closing their Notting Hill shop at the end of 2024. But what they said is that they were closing it, unfortunately, but they were going to be looking for another site, and they will be reopening in 2025. I know we're still technically in 2025, but I feel that they're not going to be reopening their shop in 2025. It might happen next year, but the last post on their Instagram was at the end of December, and there's been nothing since. So it's not even like they've been updating people throughout the year. So at the moment, it's permanently closed, but who knows what's going to happen next year. And finally, if you're wanting to support independent bakeries, especially at this time of year, here's a few ideas. We've got Cake or Death. Now, all these bakeries either have at the moment their Christmas items, or they will be putting out their Christmas items soon. I know Cake or Death have. Claudine's Cookies have got their Christmas menu up. I've already ordered something from there for one of my friends. The Flower Baby, not the Flower Baby. Flower Baby have recently launched their cake poster boxes, which have been really popular. I got the November one, which I'm going to be reviewing here this week. There will be a special Christmas one, but if you want it, you're gonna have to be quick, because the November one was very, very popular. So it's just a case of checking the website, checking social media, just to see when the Christmas one is going to be out. And finally, I've already mentioned this company before, the Vegan Bakes have their Christmas box out, but they also have a Christmas cake calendar, which is quite interesting. So the Christmas cake calendar, you can get it for the whole of the Christmas period. So from the 1st to the 24th, there'll be a sweet treat to open every day. They will split that into two lots, because if you send them all on the first day, obviously some of the bakes are not going to be as fresh. So if you get the 1 to 24, you'll get one lot, 1 to 12, and then you'll get 12 to 24 in 2 separate bits. But also, if you only want bakes for the first half, or just for the second half, so 1 to 12 or 12 to 24, you can do that as well. And like I say, even though they're vegan, doesn't mean if you're not vegan, you can't have them. And that's this week's sweet side. Until next time, cake lovers.